Hi guys.
Hi.
So we are the Stevens,
Yeah.
and today we're going to be answering a question about questions. In February, our teens church, I work with the teens church, they had a Valentine's hangout. So I was part of, the panelists.
I was there too.
No, you were not there when this one happened, sir.
The second part of it.
Yes.
But okay.
So somebody asked this question. He was like, he met this girl, he liked her, and he asked her out. And so the girl asked him all these questions about himself, his past, his family. And because he's a secretive person, that's the word he used. He's a secretive person. He ran away from the questions. And so the girl said no. She would later come back and be like, so why didn't you answer? Why didn't you? So his question basically was he wrong to avoid them? And was she right to ask them? So that's what we're going to be answering today. So, who is going first?
So I'm answering, was he wrong?
Okay, let me answer, was she right? Then you answer, yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm going to be talking to the ladies, right? You have every right to ask him questions. And this is why I say this. I believe that relationships should end up in marriage. They don't always do, and that's fine, right? But I believe that should be the end game. In that case, if you're looking at marriage as the end game, you're going to submit to this man as your husband. So my darling, you have every right to ask him about his past, his present, his future, his family, because you're marrying into that family, his vision, his mind, what he thinks, what he does. There's something to be said, however, about the progression of the questions. Questions will deepen as the relationship deepens. So there's some things about his family I didn't know until, a certain point. And same with him about mine. We didn't know about how much we were earning until at some point in the relationship. So not everything gets asked at the beginning, but questions should be asked. In fact, when he asked me out, I sat him down and did him interview. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
I sat him down. I was asking him all these questions.
I bought something for you in that interview.
Yeah, before. You buy something for your interviewer. Yes, now. So I was asking him all these questions, about himself, just questions. We were friends, but there were some things that I didn't know and I needed to ask. And he answered, which was a plus for him. So
yeah, okay. Now for the guys, it's also, I think it was wrong that he didn't answer the questions, except if indeed he was just trying to play around with the girl, and that should not be why we should go into relationships. For guys, when your lady asks questions, please don't resent her. Don't run away from the questions. They are necessary, they are important, and they are beneficial. Very critical. You cannot run away from questions being asked, because questions will unveil who you are to her. Questions will also unveil who you are to yourself.
yeah.
Because there are certain things you will not have thought about yourself except when somebody asks you, and you wonder, oh, so what will be the answer now? I've never thought about this, I've never thought about that. So questions are important. So you should, just like you said, appreciate the fact that somebody is even asking you questions.
That means she's even interested.
She's interested, yes.
That's the truth.
Because if I'm not interested, I won't even bother asking questions. Let's just, let's go and hang out and drink ice cream and eat pizza and go away. I'm not going to bother myself getting to know you, But when questions come, receive them with a humble heart and answer sincerely, answer truthfully. Don't say what is not there.
Yeah.
Answer truthfully. Be sincere with your answers. If, for instance, she says, where are you working? And truly you're a carpenter, please say it. Don't say
I make furniture.
Don't say something else that is not there. Don't say you work for Dangote when you actually doing
What if
something.
you work for Dangote as a carpenter?
Most likely you are not. But you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Don't
Be
go
truthful.
and create notion that is not there, because people will build on these notions, and then one day bubble will understand. So questions are important. They help us to know the other person and even ourselves that questions are being asked.
I want to add 2 or 3 things. When you ask questions, also important that you observe. because when you observe, to make sure that the actions
The body
validate
language.
the answers that we're giving,
Yeah.
so that you can see people that are being untruthful or shady. And then secondly, I also want to talk to the ladies to say that in as much as we talked about you asking him questions, he also has a right to ask you questions,
yeah.
because you're coming into his life hopefully as his wife, the mother of his kids, his life partner, so he should also ask you questions. And one other importance of questions is that it reveals the person's mindset to you. It helps you to know how the person thinks. Like he said, it reveals the person to you and you to you. It helps you to trust the person's decision making. So sometimes ask random questions, political questions, social questions. What do you think about if the sky falls now? What happens when you ask those questions is that the way the person answers the question, you now say, this guy is intelligent, this guy is logical, this guy is analytical. So when you have issues, you feel confident taking it to this person, because by the way he has answered your questions, you trust his decision making, you see. So it helps you to just unveil somebody's mindset and know the person more. And questions don't end. From predating, dating, courtship, marriage, we keep asking questions because we keep evolving. So yeah,
let me just say one last thing. So it's important that we ask questions, because just like she said, it helps you to know the kind of person you are dealing with, the mindset of the person. It reveals a lot. The mindsets are very critical. You'll be marrying systems, you'll be marrying mindsets, you'll be marrying a bag of knowledge. You need to know what kind of mindset I'll be dealing with, what kind of system I'm going to be dealing with, what kind of personality I'll be dealing with. But if questions are not asked, all of those things will not be revealed.
All right, guys. So ask questions, ask questions, ask questions. That's all.
Yeah, that's all.
Bye. See you next time.